Hello and welcome back to the bamnbeyond podcast. This is the podcast where you learn more about BAM, the team, and everything happening with British Asian media. If you're unfamiliar with BAM, we are a digital media company dedicated to bringing together the British Asian community and bridging the gap with the rest of the world. I'm Nicole.
Sunny.
And I'm Simon.
And I'm Gio, and today we're going to be talking about our favourite Asian creators from around the world, Crazy Rich Asians, as part of Asian August.
So guys, who's your favourite Asian creators at the moment?
Guys, John Law. I love him so much. He's just amazing. Like his personality, like in his videos, like you just know it's so genuine. I just love his energy. He's just so cool. So I love him. Ibsmo. I don't know if you guys know Ibsmo. He does like a lot of like studying tips, that sort of thing, vlogs, in relation to like education, which is pretty cool too. Pretty sure there's more. What about you guys? Who are your favorite Asian creators?
Can I just jump on the La John La boat, because I recently watched his Omegle video and I've never laughed so hard at just like watching someone speak to strangers in my life. And I also played it on like the bus with my sister, and it was the funniest thing, and I don't know why, but I just love everything. I love his personality. I want to sit down with him. I want to go on holiday with him, and he's great. He's absolutely great. He also listens to this podcast, so if you're listening, hi
John.
I've only seen one of his videos, which is where he mentioned BAM. I think it was also in his latest video, right?
Yeah, because Sunny, you shared it with us.
Yeah, because I saw him upload and I was just like chilling. I was on a break, and then I'm like, okay, let me watch. And then he goes to, it was like his what was it, like his day, like his routine, like morning routine.
Yeah.
And then he plays BAM and I literally like dropped. I was like, I had to like pause, like replay, record, and tag him. Yeah, it's so cool. So if you're watching, hi, or listening, hi.
Maybe we should get him on one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he
I love
mentioned
his
it.
energy.
Yes,
I feel
absolutely.
like I said this to you guys. I was like, with some creators, you can tell when they're like being genuine and being themselves, and with some others, you can kind of tell that they're like, you know, putting on a little bit of a mask, I guess, like not a whole facade, but do you know what I mean? Like, because obviously online personalities, they have their brand.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Actually, so I used to vlog quite often as well. And even my boyfriend was like, oh, you seem really fun and, you know, really energetic when you vlog. And I'm like, oh, I just not like that usually then. It's not that I act differently. It's just obviously like when you have a camera turned on to yourself, you want to be more energetic and entertaining.
Yeah, you just elevate your personality basically, because you are a fun 100%. Person. Yeah. So you just take it to like 110%, you know, which is what we want. So it's all good.
It's me too when I vlog. It's like more energy when I speak. So yeah.
Ooh, see, now I'm trying to think of my favorite like Asian vloggers at the moment. Ooh, come back to me. Yeah, Gio, you were gonna say as well? Who else?
Y'all know. Best Dressed.
Oh,
aka Ashley. I love her. She's currently in New York at the moment, and if you don't know her, she does a lot of like style videos. So she's into fashion and also film. So she does loads of videos like reviewing films that she likes and films that she doesn't really like too, but also a lot to do with like her style and her aesthetic, and I just love her. She's amazing. So yeah, definitely her.
She's really cute.
She is so cute.
I think I remember Jem said that she actually messaged Best Dressed when she was in London. I think it was around Halloween time, right? Because I remember Best Dressed has family in London, and that was the time when she was deciding whether to move to New York or to London. And I think she put out a message on Instagram or something. Was like, "Oh, are there any parties going on?" I can't remember what she did, but I just remember people were messaging her like, oh, do you want to hang out? Do you want to come to my party, kind of thing? And she did end up going to subscribers party for Halloween, which I thought was really wonderful. Yeah, she's really sweet, and I love her editing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Yeah.
But she ignored Jem's message.
She ignored Jem.
I'm pretty sure she received loads of messages though. So.
When we meet her, we'll bring up this episode and be like, "Hey, we were trying to network and no,
Jem was trying to do a Sunny, but okay.
no." Who else is there?
I want to bring up Whaley. She's, I think she is one of my top favorites, Asian creators. I think I've been watching her vlogs since probably around the time when she posted her tampon video, how to put in a tampon. And I believe a lot of her subscribers came from that video. And yeah, I've just been basically watching her grow, and I really enjoy her vlogs with her boyfriend, Wa.
Yeah.
And actually recently, she used one of the GIFs that we created for Bam and Beyond's Instagram. It was Asian supporting Asians. It's just like a little wiggly GIF, and we were all so stoked to see her using it. But I don't know if she knows that we were the ones who created it. We did tag her in a few things, but no surprise.
She must have seen it. She must have seen it. Yeah.
That's how you say it? It's GIF?
Well, I used to say GIF, and then people started saying GIF, so I say GIF.
But is it GIF or GIF?
I've been saying GIF.
I say GIF.
So I don't know who's...
Guys, let us know how do you say it?
I mean, I say GIF.
The creator explained it saying it was GIF. Or is it to do with the creator's last name?
Mr.
I can't remember.
Mr. GIF?
Something GIF. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. GIF sounds okay.
I was so gassed when I saw it because one of our friends sent it to me, and I was like, wait, it's
Whaley.
This is Whaley. Wait, this is our GIF/GIF, and Nicole made it, and I know Nicole watches her, and I'm like, wait, what's happening? Yeah. So yeah, guys, we make GIFs/GIFs. So if you, I'm going to keep slashing it just in case. Yeah, you just have to search out Bam and Beyond when you're on Instagram or on Giphy
or Giphy. That's the website that does the GIFs for Instagram. But yeah, you can also search for Bam and Beyond with the symbol and or British Asian Media if you want to type more stuff, but it will show up and you can see a selection of our nice GIFs and use them if you want.
Check them out.
Yeah.
Ooh. Other vloggers though, since we'll keep on top of vloggers, I had a phase where I was watching a lot of Joan Day.
Oh yeah, I remember that phase.
Yeah, I think because mainly I was so fascinated with Nicole's vlogs when you were in Korea as well. So it's kind of like, you know, when you live like vicariously through someone's vlogs because you're like, it's like, I'm trying to think of like she did what?
She did the 365 days of vlogs, right? Where she posted every single day. And honestly, props to her, because doing a weekly vlog itself is really tiring, let alone 365 days every single day.
I can't even keep up with one day. Like literally, if you watch my vlogs, they're literally missing. It's like, it's so short. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess like when I'm out and let's say I haven't been out with like a friend or something, like I'd rather much spend more time with that friend rather than like, I have to create content. So it's usually that's the reason.
Yeah.
But,
we should do that one time at some point. Let's try it.
Yes. When I'm allowed out.
Or Vlogmas.
Oh yes.
We'll see. But yeah, 365 days. Oof, that's a lot. I don't know. Because it's kind of like you can't even backlog that because it's just a day. Oh man, no, I can't do that.
Wow.
65 days.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest appeal of vloggers, right? Like in terms of, like I said, like being around the world, like so Joan Day in Korea, and I think I watched way too many Asian Americans who vlog. Yeah. Where's all the British Asian vloggers?
Yeah, unfortunately, some of the British Asian vloggers that I used to watch, I remember we have Teresa. I'm not sure if she creates vlogs anymore.
Should I know who this is?
Teresa, Traveling with Tea. Yes,
Teresa, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry because you haven't been so active. So I'm kind of like,
it's okay. But
yeah,
I
Teresa,
mean,
she's great.
yeah,
She's great.
I think a lot of the British Asian vloggers or you know content creators that used to post on YouTube, they've kind of fallen off YouTube, and that's completely understandable because I feel like a lot of us, myself included, we started at quite a young age, and as you grow up and figure out what you want to do in life, or even if you still don't know, you're just so busy and you kind of want to enjoy life how it is without a camera. But there's also Shu. She's a British-born Chinese vlogger. She still posts. Yeah, and I was very happy for her when she quit her daytime job and became like a full-time vlogger. And like she used to travel often, but obviously over the pandemic, she's been focusing more on content based in the UK. And she recently did a video on dining out in London during the pandemic. And she was so excited eating all the dim sum and being in Chinatown and actually like buying the groceries from the little stores. So yeah, she's a vlogger from Britain that I also recommend.
And then obviously we got John La as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And I mean, we should probably make vlogs at some point. Some point. But it's not about us right now. It's about other Asian creators.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Growing up, there's always like, we're always gonna mention Wong Fu. Just kidding. Ryan Hugo,
yeah.
But then I guess also like, when we talk about Asian creators, we should also talk about South Asian creators too. I guess the only one I can think of is Superwoman.
Yes. She is a living legend, that woman. Oh my God. Yeah, she's amazing.
She has her own show, right? Or she had.
Like a late night show. Yeah.
First, I think like first woman and first like woman of color as well to have their own late night show. Like that's dope. Yeah,
props to her. Although I do wonder how the late night show worked out for her because I do believe that her audience are of a younger age.
Bedtimes.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. That's true.
Obviously, it would be she could gain a new sort of audience. From that show.
No, true. I think that's the most important thing. Like, because when we think of like those really big creators and how they can transition to like mainstream, and I think it's important to still obviously support. Like, hey, it's Asian August, Asians supporting Asians. That's what we're all about. That we want to highlight this month, and obviously beyond August as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other creators that we're missing? I feel like, guys, if we were missing any so far, let us know in the comments at some point.
Yeah, share your favorite Asian creators with us, and it would be really amazing if they are also British.
Yes.
Okay. Bring them into the light. I also want to give a shout out to You Had Me At. They are friends that we know, and they started the You Had Me At brand. Was it last year?
It was
late
2018.
2018, yeah. Yes. Paolo does a really amazing job with his cinematography and editing.
Yes.
Yeah. So check them out.
So I'm going to quickly insert an editing tip. So if you guys watch You Had Me At, so Paolo edits on this program called DaVinci Resolve. This is a free program for Mac and Windows. So if you want to get into editing, highly recommend getting that and then reaching out to Paolo because he's very helpful with that kind of stuff as well. So
it's very techy.
But I mean, also, like I've been listening to a lot more podcasts now. Since we've started ours. I think it's only right we shout out Jem and Vice is Vice.
Yes.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Vice is Vice. I've become such a fangirl of Vice is Vice and also of Jem because then, like, even though we work together in BAM, I feel because we're all doing our own thing. We have our own jobs. We have other side things that we're doing. So I haven't really been able to really talk to Jem as much as I would like to. So listening her through her podcast made me get to know her better. And I was like, oh yeah, she's actually an amazing woman. So shout out to you, Jem, as well.
We love Jem if you're listening, which you should be.
Hoi.
Rice is Rice. There's also I feel so Yellow Bee Pod.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Natalie, who also supported us on coffee. So thank you so much for buying us a bubble tea. Really appreciate it. So her podcast is great. So she started in the midst of like lockdown as well, and this is actually the perfect segue because she told me that she wanted to start hers because she was listening to another podcast, and that podcast is Rice to Meet You. And this podcast is run by two people. I am so sorry, I forgot the other person's name who's in it. Can someone please
insert
pull
here?
it up
Insert
real
here.
quick? Insert quick. But it's Nigel and Nicole. You got me, Nicole? Nice to meet you.
Continue talking first.
So their podcast, they've been doing it for I believe over a year or so. Evelyn. I was thinking E.
Shout out to Evelyn.
Shout out to Nigel and Evelyn. They started this podcast. When did they start the podcast? It was like 2 years ago, right? It
was quite a while ago. Yeah, they currently have 67 episodes.
And so they're both stand-up comedians, and their podcast is great. They're really funny, really really funny. But right now, Nigel did something, which went super viral worldwide, like crazy. And so Nigel is a stand-up Malaysian comedian who's now like based in the UK, and he created Uncle Roger, who now everyone should know about. Everyone.
Yes.
And if you're listening to this and you don't know who Uncle Roger is and you haven't seen the video of him watching BBC make rice.
Fried rice, was it?
Rinsing
the rice after it's
cooked.
It
hurts thinking
like heartburn when I hear that. Oh wow.
So Uncle Roger.
Yeah.
Global figure now. I don't know what else more to say because you have to watch the video.
Yeah, but what's amazing, I think, is that he's actually met the lady who presented the BBC recipe.
Yeah.
And I think they met up in real life, and I remember them posting stories on their Instagram. And basically, she was like, "I don't really cook rice. Like, I know how to cook rice." She was just presenting the recipe for BBC. So I think it's really sad that she received some hate for it.
Yeah.
But understandably, she was just representing for the BBC.
They filmed something earlier this month.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that. But it's so crazy because Nigel / Uncle Roger has grown so much, and it's so great. It's just like going viral. Like one video can change your life. Like it's
and now I'm seeing a lot of other Asian creators reviewing or reacting to the same BBC video, which is quite funny.
Man, but still, man, that video, who works at the BBC and was like who edited that video and was like, okay, well, we can.
Was this the original cooking video where she was cooking the rice?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was actually It's so stressful. It's so stressful to watch. I think it was the moment where she put the rice in the colander, the sieve, and then she rinsed it, like she was cleaning the rice after. I was like,
no. Percolate.
Just hold on a second.
But actually, I think I should admit that I have done that before, rinsing the rice in the sieve, just because I really hate seeing the rice grains fall into the sink when I'm rinsing it. I just hate the waste. So sometimes I will also use a sieve, but I do not rinse the rice after it's cooked, okay?
Okay, I just needed that clarification because I was like, get out. I was literally in my head like, get out.
Wait, because you're talking about how you're washing the rice, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
But you do that beforehand.
Yeah, not after.
That's absolutely fine, honestly. But after...
Leave the rice.
Have you seen all the memes as well from Uncle Roger as well?
No.
So someone memed him like Drake, about how to like measure the water in the rice and how like you don't use cups, you use
Your finger.
use the finger like. Oh man, yeah, I'm in awe.
Mm.
It's so good. Like, I mean, because we always talk about the lack of representation being Asian, which I think it's so important we highlight what representation there is that we do have. Like everyone mentioned, and I'm sure there are so many people we haven't had the chance to say just because we haven't come across their stuff yet. But like I said, if you're able to share it with us, we'll probably make a thread on Twitter of like all of Asian creators that people should know about. So follow us on Twitter,
on Instagram.
Go and plug Twitter and Instagram. Yeah. Any other creators that we?
I missed one out.
Oh,
it's a South Asian lady. Her channel is called Pick Up Limes. She's on YouTube and also on Instagram, and she makes really, really good food videos. Her content is generally revolved around food, wellness, and just she has really wholesome videos. I believe she grew up in Canada. She wasn't born there though, and then now she lives in Amsterdam, so in the same city as me. And I recommend her videos because if you're also a vegan, I'm not a vegan, but I like watching those videos anyway. Then check out her content and maybe you can recreate some of her recipes.
I see, nice.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of food content we haven't, food creators we haven't mentioned. There's mukbangs. Stephanie Sue.
Yeah, Stephanie Sue. Oh, I love her. She's adorable.
Yeah, she's cute.
I love her energy. It's like she's so small but packs a lot of energy. Yeah. And there's Strictly Dumpling.
Oh yes.
Strictly Dumpling, Mikey Chen. See, he comes to London. Like he's come to London a few times, and I've tried to reach out, but I'm never free. And I'm like, one day,
next time.
One day, Mikey Chen, if you ever listen to this, I'm just gonna put it out into the universe.
Do what?
Yeah.
Gio does.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you have to watch the video, guys, to see what we're doing. It's manifesting. It's all about manifesting.
That's the manifesting Geo movement, by the way. So yeah.
We're gonna jiffy that. I mean, gift that. Gift that.
Yes.
Gift that. Gift that. Yeah.
I've got a friend actually who's gone onto YouTube recently.
Ooh.
So we studied together in university for not university, it was college, but it was a course in university. And we studied together for a year. Her name is Wing, and her YouTube name is called Life by Wing.
Ooh.
She has about like 15,000, I think, followers on Instagram, but her YouTube channel is growing as well every day. But she does loads of she does loads of content based on like mental health and wellness, and she gives loads of tips. So like every weekend on Saturdays or Sundays, she does like sleepover Sundays, and she puts that on her Instagram, like a theme. So she'll talk about like toxic traits in relationships or just something really, really personal, and then she'll encourage her followers to like speak up about them, and then she'll give some advice, and it's really, really nice. So she's created this really like lovely, wholesome community around her who's now transferred onto YouTube. So her YouTube aesthetic is so colorful, by the way. If you're like into colors and like maybe like a 70s vibe, she's all into, like, she uses all of the colors in the whole world. She's amazing. And yeah, she's very, very artsy, and she's also very, very beautiful too. And she does some like really cute makeup tutorials here and there. So I definitely shout out to her because she's doing really well. And I love like her spirit as well and her energy on her channel. So yeah, Life by Wing.
Life by Wing. Definitely going to check her out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also thinking, so me and Sunny can talk about this. We haven't even mentioned TikTok.
Yes.
And I know it's a weird time because we don't know what's happening with TikTok with all of the US stuff, but who's one of your favorite Asian creators?
Baby Fa. She liked my video recently.
Okay.
Yeah. So she liked my. I just her energy.
So explain who she is, because Nicole and Gio probably don't know, and
so
some of our viewers.
She's a TikToker. She does like a lot of like those dance kind of like videos, like dance trends, fashion as well on TikTok. It's pretty cool. She's really cute. Like yeah. I messaged her actually. I did a Sunny and slid in her DMs.
Did she reply?
Yes, she did.
Successful.
I tried to message her on TikTok, but then I realized that you can't.
You have to be following each other.
You have to be following each other.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna message her on Instagram because, yeah, why not? Let's go. So I did, and she was really sweet and really nice. So yeah, I was like, thank you for liking my video. Like I'm a fan. Like I love watching your videos and stuff. So yeah, her Ray. Like I can't really think of like British Asian like TikTokers in the top of my head. Like the ones that come up on my For You page are mainly based in America, like in the US. So
I'm thinking Newt.
Who?
He cooks.
I'm barely on TikTok. I'm so sorry.
I've never used TikTok. I'm sorry.
Newt. N-E-W-T.
Newt.
Newton? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Oh my.
I don't know.
Newt.
Okay. All right. We're done with TikTok now.
Moving on.
Moving on.
On.
Yeah, I feel like, we covered most of what we know. But again, if you guys have any recommendations for us, please let us know.
Do you know what I hate though is that we've listed a few of our favorite ones, but then I know later today I will remember like 20 more that I want to bring up in the podcast. So I will leave them somewhere in the comments.
Yes.
Once this is out there, because
on
I know
the YouTube
there are loads.
video, right?
Yeah, on the YouTube video, because there are probably loads. Yes. Anyway.
Yeah. So
moving on now.
Moving on. The other thing we want to talk about was a movie that came out like 2 years ago now.
Oh.
And
which was
one of the first major Hollywood films that had an all Asian cast. Believe it or not.
That sounds interesting.
It's also the one that sparked Asian August, right?
Yeah, and Asian August is something we're trying to bring back to sort of move forward with as well.
Yeah,
and
it needs to be a thing.
It's a thing now.
It's
happening. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Yeah, so if you didn't know what we're talking about, I'm actually gonna question you later, but you listening right now. But anyway, Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes.
That was released 2 years ago now. It's crazy. Like I feel like that past 2 years was.
It went like.
Right.
Yeah, it feels like it was just released last year. I don't know why.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't aware, Crazy Rich Asians, which you should be aware, is based on a book. I believe the author's name is Kevin Kwan. I got it right. I'm so sorry, Evelyn. I am so sorry. So sorry.
Is it like back in 2013?
Yeah, so it's an old book.
Yeah, book.
Yeah. I actually remember, guys. So when I was in the cinema to see that, I got very teary in the opening credits. Like, I think I was, because I was saying in cinema, and it was just kind of hitting me that way. I'm about to watch a film that's got people that look like me.
And it's not a Korean drama or Korean film.
Wait, no. If I'm watching Korean dramas, I'm like, no, these people don't look like me. They're beautiful. They're good looking.
They're beautiful.
I can't relate.
Sai, you're beautiful. Shush.
Huh?
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Gio is beautiful. Nicole's beautiful. Everyone in Band is beautiful. Whoever's listening
beautiful.
and watching, you're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. No, you're right. But yeah, so yeah, watching it, I was like, wow. It was just kind of sinking in for me because I've been very passionate about representation for the longest time, and to see this on a big screen. And so keep in mind, a lot of people in the theater that I was watching in weren't all Asian as well. So it was kind of
Same.
like right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can't relate because I watched it in Hong Kong, so of course it was going to be all Asian.
Hey, but that's even good. Like you need people, we need the community to turn out, and you need like non-Asians to turn up as well. Like,
yeah.
Exactly.
How were you guys when you watched it? How did you feel?
It's very good.
Yeah, I was very emotional. There were like a few times I cried in the film.
I bet I can guess it. I bet I can guess which moments.
You can guess. Go ahead. Give me one.
The wedding bit.
Oh boy. I was, oh my, because I love Kina Grannis. I listened to her growing up as well as a teenager. Like, I remember watching one of her music videos. I think it was something Valentine, and it was like a jelly bean music video. So everything was made out of jelly beans or something, and that was like one of my favorite things ever on YouTube.
I remember that video.
Yeah, and like she was lying down, and then they had to change the jelly beans.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. Anyway, going back to Crazy Rich Asians. So when she turned up and she started singing in the wedding, I was like, oh. And then obviously it was so beautifully shot. Like, it was so good.
The way the water just runs.
Right. Also, when I keep forgetting her name, it's really bad. Is it Princess?
The princess.
Filipina, who comes in and she sits next to the main.
Is it Chris Aquino?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah,
She was wearing it. Chris Aquino. Her.
The boss, right? And I saw her and I was like, oh my God, because I used to see her face all the time watching like Filipino dramas, and like my mum would be like mentioning her around the house. My mum's kind of like a fangirl as well. So when she came onto the screen, I was like, oh my God, Filipina. Oh, nice. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, whoa. I was definitely crying during the wedding scene. It was embarrassingly weeping away into my popcorn. I wasn't the only one though. Everyone was crying.
Hold on, you still had popcorn left at that time? Pretty far
Yeah.
into the movie.
No, because it was so good. That's the thing. The film was so good. I had to put the popcorn away.
Okay.
Wait, if a film's so good, I go through the popcorn quicker.
It's like
I freeze. I'm just like, hold up.
Let me put this
Yeah,
popcorn
put it
down.
Exactly.
Let me process this.
Exactly.
Wow. Wait, so Nicole, you saw it in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah, I watched it in Hong Kong. So maybe it didn't. I didn't really notice like if it was all locals, like Hong Kong locals, or if there were, I don't know, British Asians or other ethnicities.
Yeah.
But I certainly enjoyed it. I didn't watch it like as soon as it came out. It was actually, I watched it in October. So it was like almost 2 months after it was released.
Huh?
Asian. Hey, it should be Asian every month.
No,
Yeah.
That's true. No, yeah.
I most certainly cried at the mahjong scene. That was like, yeah, my heart with the mother. I like her mum a lot. The main character's mum. Yeah. And did anyone else cry on the plane scene, where
I think so.
Henry Golding goes and finds her?
So
like,
spoiler warnings. We should forget to put. Oh no spoiler warnings, because you should have watched this.
Yeah, it's 2020. Come on.
Come on, man. It's 2 years since the beginning of Asian August. But yeah, and then when you saw what the ring was, right? And then you're like, it means that she was like,
she's accepted.
Yeah. Sunny, how old were you when this film came out?
Got throw the band baby into the deep end, Simon.
Why are you exposing her?
Okay. Did you watch it in the cinema?
Yeah, I did. I think it was with my dad, because it's usually like my dad and I. That's kind of like our bonding time.
Oh,
like,
that's so cute.
yeah.
That's so cute.
Since I was little, I remember like growing up. Whenever we'd go to the cinema, it'd always be with him. It's really rare where it's like the whole family. So yeah, it was.
Did he cry?
I think he did. I'm not sure. I probably did. I don't know.
Is he an
He probably plays it off.
Probably. He's more of like keeps it
to himself.
to him. But like I could see it in his eyes. I'm like, I know you're about to cry. Just cry. It's okay.
Do you think maybe he relates to it as well in the sense of like having to like the marriage part? I don't know, like seeing like because there was a lot of like family. There's a family storyline in it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's that having those relationships between parents and kids. So I
don't know. I don't really ask. I haven't really asked them about how their relationship I know that they met in Singapore actually at work.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're both nurses.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think my mom started working at Singapore just a couple of years before he did. And then they met there, and then they got married. They had like a civil wedding.
Oh.
And then they got like a job opportunity here in London. But my dad still had like a 1 year, 2 year contract in Singapore. So my mom moved here to London with my grandma, her mom, here in the UK before my dad did. And then a year later they had me, and then poof.
Oh.
The rest is history.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
Aw.
Wow.
That is
Singapore.
really sweet.
Yeah, I haven't been back there since I was very little.
Do you remember
Question
much of it?
Remember the aircon?
Something we all really need right now.
Yeah.
Boiling.
Because I was really little, so I went to like, I guess like the nursery equivalent. Apparently, though, when I was little, I could understand and speak like Cantonese and Mandarin. When I was little, I could.
Wow.
Apparently, but then obviously,
What happened?
you know that term bilingual.
Yeah, so she died.
Like, yeah, when we moved back, and then, yeah, but yeah, I feel like Crazy Rich Asians. I feel like it's a massive movie in terms of when we talk about Asian representation, because of the impact that it's had for everyone who's also been in the movie.
Yes.
Like, yeah, Constance Wu, Henry Golding,
Gemma Chan.
Wait, I love Gemma.
Gemma Chan.
Did you watch her in Humans, in the British television series Humans?
I think I
it's
watched
called.
one scene of her.
Yeah, where she was
need
like
to watch
a
it again.
robot. She was amazing in that series. To see her like transition into this huge blockbuster film, I was like, damn girl, that's what we need to see. But she was incredible. And also the scene that did make me cry as well was when she confronted her husband in the car and said,
yes.
I know you're cheating on me. And she did it with such dignity as well, that like, and also the end scene too. The dignity she carried with her, like every single step in the film was like, you know, amazing. So
what's amazing is she pretty much kept her cool the entire time. Like, even though she was going through basically a heartbreak with her husband cheating on her. She was so wonderful.
And she even attended the wedding as well, because she was like, you know what, today's not about me. Yeah. And I love that. I love that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was so blessed when she moved out as well. And like was just like, oh, she's got, because he was like, oh, where are you gonna go? And she's like, I have more apartment buildings. Like, what the?
You can have this one.
Yeah, you can have this one. Just move out when you can.
Yeah. Like now I don't have to hide all of my expensive clothes and jewelry and shoes.
Right. Because she wanted to make him feel like less insecure.
Or like a man.
Yeah. Man.
That was the line, wasn't it? It was like, it's not my job to make you feel like a man.
Yeah. What a line.
So her character is actually the main story line for the next installment.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's to do with her and someone who appeared in the credits. So
I never knew of this.
Yeah, because it's a trilogy, you know, the books.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it was a trilogy.
Yeah,
so there's
because I
three
haven't
books.
read the books.
Yes.
There's Crazy Rich Asians, something China. Oh gosh, I can't remember, but there's 3 books. Yeah, it will be somewhere here in the video.
Insert here.
if I can edit it in, but yeah. So it's 3 books. But I'm not. So I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know how much I'm looking forward to the sequel, based on the recent controversy. Well, it's not even that recent, but I think I was telling you guys earlier about like how one of the writers was getting paid less.
Underpaid.
Yeah.
Compared to her co-writer.
Yeah. I can't remember the name. I'm really bad with names, guys. I'm so sorry.
I think I was like reading it earlier.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. But she was getting paid like 1/8 of her white
male
co-writer.
And it's a white writer. Like,
is it Adele Lim?
That's it, Adele Lim. So that was really disappointing to hear.
Very, very. I'm not happy.
No. Considering how much like how much money the film would make as well. Like, you think that she would have been supported equally as well. Yeah, such a slap in the face for her to receive an 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like writers in Hollywood as a whole as well aren't as... I feel like they're undervalued in a sense too, especially when it comes to like women as well. Like,
Yeah, I don't think they get enough like coverage or marketing either, because when you're thinking of films, you're either thinking of the director or who's in it, rather than who's produced it or written it.
That's very true.
Which isn't the case with Crazy Rich Asians, because obviously it was a novel first. Well, it was a 3-part book, and then it transitioned onto screen. But I think mostly people just acknowledge the director and then the stars who are in the films rather than who else.
Yeah, like I admit I didn't acknowledge the others that were involved.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you sell films though, right? It's always like the director or produced by with, etc. Or like obviously the stars. And I think that's always been the issue with Hollywood in terms of why we haven't had sort of more films with Asians, because of how they market us kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
speaking of issues, an issue that I have with the film, even though it's supposed to be like representing all the Asians, I mean, the name itself, Crazy Rich Asians, you'd expect them to include more Asians, right? But it's a film set in Singapore, although they did film most of it in Malaysia. It's still problematic with representation, especially with South Asians and Southeast Asians, because I didn't really notice there being many South or Southeast Asians, except from obviously the guards. At the beginning of the movie, when
the maids.
And the maids. They were playing less of a role, and I feel like that kind of, in a sense, confirms the country's own racial inequalities, because South and Southeast Asians are a huge part of Singaporean society. Like I in my previous job, and actually I still work for the company, it's a Singaporean company, and a lot of my colleagues are also Southeast Asian. So that really sucks.
I think though, like, because with Crazy Rich Asians, because of the amount of attention that it was getting as well, it's kind of like we can't also expect one film to cover all of the representation tick boxes as well. But it's completely like understandable, especially when it comes to Singapore as well. Like, I mean, Singapore is it's one of the
it's like multicultural.
Yeah, in Asia, right?
Yeah,
because you have like Chinese, you got like Indians, you got like Malaysians as well. And I think for a film that was getting so much attention, the fact that that representation wasn't also there also was a bit of a disappointment. But I think that also just states that we just need more films with more Asian, like, and like the fact that it's been successful because it's a rom-com, and how obviously when it comes to like love, it's something that everyone can watch and relate to. But I think we need more diverse stories as well. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I like kind of had an issue with how class was represented as well in the film, and it was mostly focused on either middle class or upper class. But I think that's just my personal preference, because I do love films that are really gritty and do show the realities within some countries and living conditions as well. Because Singapore is a very beautiful country, place. But there's also like the grittier areas too, and there is still poverty, and there is still, some social issues, I think, that were kind of pushed aside for the film, and also Americanized, kind of. Like, I felt like it was definitely a Hollywood film, but with cast, the whole cast were Asians. So I was like, but I think it's definitely setting like a foundation of the rest of the other films that we want to see that represent Asia and Asian representation off screen and on screen too. So
speaking of the whole American side of it, I was reading an article, I think from the Atlantic yesterday, and so they mentioned that there are white Western expectations casting a long shadow over the movie, and I also noticed this. Like, it's kind of like the movie was trying to prove something, trying to go against the stereotypes that Westerners have set on Asians. And obviously, like, stereotypes shouldn't be a thing, but I feel like they focused way too much on trying to prove themselves. So, for example, when I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Searching.
Yes.
I forgot the actor's name.
John Cho.
John Cho. Yeah.
No, wait.
No, wait.
No, it is John Cho.
The Korean actor.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in Searching, when I watched the movie, because the main character is of an Asian man, I never focused at all on the ethnicity of the characters. It was just so natural, you know? Whereas obviously with stuff like Crazy Rich Asians, it's like, yes, they're Asians, and, you know, Asian people are not like that. They're like this kind of thing.
I agree.
No proving themselves.
I was just quickly checking. So yeah, John Cho, that's the actor you're talking about. And there's also John M. Chu. That's the director of Crazy Rich Asians. I was getting the Cho and Chu unfortunately stuff. But as you were saying, like, I think I mentioned that in like one of our first podcast episodes. I was like, why can't we just have stories that feature like Asian actors and actresses where it's not always about like that, like not always about I guess their culture. I don't know. I'm trying to phrase that
right. Why are characters always Caucasian by default? You know, why when you pick an Asian actor or actress to play a role, why do you have to
make it about race?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's I feel like we can have another episode about this as a whole as well, because it's that kind of, I feel like when it comes to Hollywood, and I'm also going to say like with workplaces as well, and especially with everything that's been happening this year and social issues being raised, it's always like they're always promoting diversity. Always promoting diversity. It's like, how long have you guys been fucking promoting diversity? Excuse my French. And it's kind of like now we're reaching the point where it's about inclusion. Like that's something we need to like be more open about. And as you said, it's like, I remember Phil from Wong Fu talking about Friends, and when he was watching it's like, it's obviously some all white cast, and for him it was like he realized for them being white had nothing to do with like the story. Like, why couldn't it be one of them being Asian in there or something like that? Like,
the only Asian person I remember that was in Friends
was Ross's girlfriend.
Oh yes, Julie, the character Julie, and also the one that was teaching, was it karate or teaching some guy to be a wrestler? It was Monica's very, very rich boyfriend, and he was like, okay, I've achieved this many things, now I want to become like a pro wrestler or something. Okay. And then the guy training him he's a fantastic actor. I can't remember his name. One second. You guys.
But yeah, as we were saying, it's like like, why can't we just have those stories where it's just us, and it's not always about like our backgrounds and stuff like that. Like don't get me wrong, it's so important, but then I guess like Gio, you can like, when we talk about stories as a whole, like how much does it have to do with it when it doesn't have to do with Caucasian?
I think it's an expectation though, because there's a lack of representation on screen about, you know, Asian culture or any other culture. People, I'm not saying they're uneducated, but they haven't had the exposure to that culture. So I feel like we have to compensate. When I mean we, like writers and producers and directors, have to compensate the story and kind of explain this or that that's happening within the story that is a cultural thing, I guess. And I think that's probably where it comes from, that there's this expectation now that we do have to educate while we're telling a story, which kind of sucks, but also it has a purpose in, you know, sharing our experiences too. But then again, it's like this cycle where we are continuously going to have to keep explaining our culture. And
it's tiring.
Yeah, I wish there was like a film where it wasn't about this or that. Like it wasn't, the main focus wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, with To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Yeah.
So, and as well as with Crazy Rich Asians, they both had a point where when it came to, like, I guess, pitching it to studios, where studios were like, can the lead be white? Both of them, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Or like, can it be changed? Oh wait, no, okay. I think it's just To All the Boys. I'm not sure about Crazy. I don't think it was Crazy Rich. No, I think it was. Wait, quote me. But
yeah. The main character, they wanted the girl to be a Caucasian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same with To All the Boys. And I think, I mean, how much that just says everything to us. Like, it's how much has times changed or changing.
Yeah.
But
Going back to Friends.
We're changing that. Oh, what's the name?
It's James Hong. So the episode is called The One with the Ultimate Fighting Champion, where John Favreau, is that who his name? He's like super rich, really, really smart guy, and he wants to become the ultimate fighting champion because it's another thing he wants to tick off his list. It's what, well, spoiler alert, but I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this already, is what made John and Monica break up. But James Hong, the actor, he is 91 years old now.
Wait, I've seen a poster about him. He's like everywhere.
Very recent, yes. So Daniel Day Kim started a GoFundMe to nominate James Hong for Hollywood Walk of Fame. Really wonderful. Yeah.
He's
so this guy has been in so many films.
When you see his face, you're gonna
recognize
James Hong.
Hong, H-O-N-G.
Hong. I'm going to have to Google that right now.
He's of Chinese descent, so he loves acting, and he just wants to like, play as many roles as possible.
Oh,
yeah, you know.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
So
handsome man. He does not look like he's 91. He looks like he's at least 70, maybe. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I love Daniel Day Kim too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
he's cute.
Ooh, wow. Wait, did you watch Lost?
I haven't
nope.
seen it.
I actually didn't either. I saw the pilot and I was like, this is really cool, but then I just I don't know.
I was too late to the show. Like
them ones.
You know. It's the same with Breaking Bad. I still haven't seen Breaking Bad.
Me neither.
And it's just because I was just too late to the show. Like by the time I started watching like the first episode, I was like, where is this like high quality? Like where is like, you know, the 4K, but I didn't see it. And I don't know. I didn't get into it. It's just one of those things. I'm sorry, Simon.
Understandable. Look at his face right now.
I will watch it. I'll watch it for you.
I am. I don't. Yeah. You watch those, and then we can talk about it in the future on an episode. But wait. So Nicole, you're saying Daniel Day Kim, he started a petition or a GoFundMe?
He started a GoFundMe to nominate James.
You have to pay money.
I'm not sure how it works, but it's to do with the Walk of Fame star.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really read into it, but it was kind of like all over social media, and the title of these articles definitely caught my eye. Yeah.
That's crazy. Linking back at cycling back, because when you were talking about John Cho as well, and speaking of social media, did you guys come across the Starring John Cho campaign? No.
What's that about?
No. Okay.
Oh, no, why?
Okay. So this was I think a year or so now. No, this was before Crazy Rich Asians came out. So this guy, he follows me on Twitter. I'm so bad with names. I hate myself. He started this campaign where he literally was editing movie posters and putting John Cho's face in it.
Maybe I have seen it.
And basically it went viral. and people were talking about it because they were like, oh, like why aren't there Asian leads in these roles? And he did it for
Oh my God, I think I did see one post. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
My
They
brain,
even have
yeah,
a
my brain
website
just...
for it. He's just in every poster.
Yeah, so that was actually the inspiration that John M. Chu had, and that had made him want to also get to make my English, want to make Crazy Rich Asians. That's kind of what inspired him as well to sort of want to do a studio project and yeah, representation, yo.
Yes.
On that note, time is ticking.
We're running out. No.
Simon, would you like to bring up the Asian August project?
Yes. So guys, we've talked a lot about Asian August, and part of our initiative for this year's Asian August is to prompt you guys to create around the theme of home. So what does home mean to you? How do you feel about that word itself? It could be vlogs, videos, art, poetry, music, photography, literally anything. We've had some people already post them up, and we'll be talking about that in another, at the end of the month. And yeah, so make sure you tag Asian August, whether it's on Instagram or Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, and tag us as well, just so we can see it. So we make sure that we see it. Yeah, and if you don't, then we're gonna be very sad that we didn't participate.
Not guilty tripping you.
I'm not trying to guilt trip you, but yeah, I mean, it could be simple. You could just like, again, post a picture, have a caption just sharing your thoughts. Like we really appreciate that. We really want to, because the goal has always like been to bring people together, and we really want to do that with Asian August and have it have it mean more than just a hashtag. Because yes, that's how it started up, but we can evolve it and take it further. And yeah, we look forward to seeing your stuff. You have another 2 weeks from this point of you listening to us.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
We also officially launched our Discord channel.
What?
You can find the link in our YouTube description box to join. And yeah, we just want to really create a safe space for, fellow British Asians. We can chat about anything. It can be about the work you've created. It can be about music, absolutely anything. So come join us, meet some new people. We will also be running more events. We ran some, we ran a karaoke night. That happened last, I'd say.
That was so good.
That was so fun. Oh
it was really
God.
lovely listening to everyone perform. So many brilliant voices. And what other events will we run?
We streamed something. So we had
streamed
like a watch
some short
party.
films. Yeah.
We had a watch party for Always Be My Maybe. And you guys played We're Not Really Strangers. So we'll be doing more of that. Did we do Scribbler as well?
No, we didn't get a chance to do Scribbler.
That's cool, because we're going to be doing that at some point.
Yeah.
So
we'll just do a lot of fun events for everyone to bond and get to know each other.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Lockdown can be lonely. So
exactly. And we're always on there too. So if you want to come chat to us, you know where we are.
Yeah. Oh, and you don't have to be British to join. Like we have people from all over the world.
Yes, we have some from the US, some in Canada, some in the Philippines. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Join our community, and we look forward to seeing you guys there. Also share your Asian August stuff there too. And while we're talking about other stuff, if you're watching the video, I'm currently sweating profusely.
Same. I think I've gradually started to become so shiny in this.
It's a glow. It's a glow. It's a good look.
But yeah, so we have merch up on our store. So we have hoodies. Maybe not get one now, but get one later.
It's good to prepare. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Stock up for winter.
And make sure you're staying hydrated. I actually have water in here, so
It's not an empty cup this time, huh?
I'm currently holding our mug. But yeah, I think that's almost everything, right? Do we have any other announcements to make? Besides,
Pretty much it.
I mean,
we've got loads of things in the plan and being executed slowly, but just stay tuned, guys.
Yeah. You'll find loads of our announcements on our Discord channel, actually, because we have So check it out. It's all on there. Come say hello to us,
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. That's mostly it. YouTube.
That's it. Yeah,
the handle will just be bamnbeyond, either with the symbol or with an N to replace the and.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know
exactly.
what? I was actually thinking what the N stands for.
And beyond.
No, the N. BAMN beyond. I was thinking about what the N stands for.
Isn't it to replace the and symbol?
So I was thinking that initially, but then now I'm like, it has another secret meaning.
We will reveal the secret meaning in the next podcast.
Wait, Sonny just got it.
Did she just get it? Oh, you spoiled the suspense. Right, no, we don't want to know. We didn't even know. Me and Nicole don't know yet. So save it.
Save it for another time, guys.
The next podcast, you'll find out.
So don't forget to share all of your recommendations for other Asian creators that we left out, especially South Asian, Southeast Asian, East Asian.
Exactly.
I'm really starting to remember now for TikTok, but it's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, any final words?
It's been really fun recording for this episode.
Yes.
Yeah. First time with 4 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know, give us feedback, and yeah, we all about feedback.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Thank you for watching.
5-star us on iTunes. Make sure you're following.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. See you in the next one. Bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Enjoy your day.
#Asian August. #Asian August. #Asian August. Whoa, is that a thing? Whoa.
Hashtag.
Okay. If you're watching the video, you understand what we're doing. But,
yeah.
Anyway. Thanks, guys. We will
see
you.
Bye.
Bye.